Right, so welcome back to part 2 of the Pumps and Hoses DLC. So we did in the first video the building of the BGA. Now to go this is the Pumps and Hoses from the Pumps and Hoses pack. Fair enough. Now this is a general setup that we've got in front of us. So how did we get to this point? Well, first off, we've got all our stuff in the menu, and there is a fair bit in this menu, I must admit. So we're going to go through it and we'll see what each bit does. So we've got the AC115. So this is going to be an air compressor, because obviously whilst using these hoses, you're sending digestate, you're sending slurry through, whatever, they degrade over time. So you're going to use this to clean them all out. Maybe you want to do it every time, maybe every other, but it's going to help out, because once they start degrading, they pump slower and they also roll up slower as well. So that's what this bit's for. We then go into the H240s. This is going to be a hose reel holder. This is going to hold 1.3 kilometers. Now that is important, and bear that in mind for a little bit later on. It's going to cost you 9,350. You've got the option to have it on the front or the back of your tractor. We then go into the DH240. So this is going to hold 1.7 kilometers. Now with that, you're pretty much going to be able to do the whole map, although I'm not sure you want to drag a hose all over the map in one go, but all right, we'll carry on. 18,850 to buy, and then you got the front or rear of your tractor option as well. Then we move on to the FTH 230. Now this is a pump and hose reel combo, so it's got a 0.4 kilometers, a 400 meter hose reel on it, 28.5 grand to buy, but it's also got a pump on the back, which is a little different, mind you. So that's going to take slurry and digestate. No capacity, because obviously it is just a pump. Now we'll go on to the next one. We've got the PU100s. This is going to be your pump. And this is where the hose reels come into effect. So this requires 160 horsepower from your tractor, but it's got a 300 meter pumping range. So if you've got hoses on the end of this, that's more than 300 meters, it's just not going to work. It's not going to work. Oh, but all right. 20.5 grand to buy, no options. We then move on to the next one, the PU300. So 200 horsepower requirement from your tractor. So this pumps to 1,000 meters, a kilometer. Ooh, and this has also got a capacity on it, mind you. That's interesting. So this is going to hold water, obviously in combination with the air compressor on the front to help clean out the pipes. Yeah, that's all right. And it's got a hose reel on it as well. Oh, excellent. Then we'll go on to the next one. We've got the JC450. So we're now going really into the pumps on this one. So this is a straight up pump, but it's a tank as well. 49,000 litre capacity, 200 horsepower requirement, 700 meter pumping ability on the hosage, 72,300 to buy. You got the wheel set up standard or standard 2 to change the tyres on that. And obviously this is only going to be able to pump at 700 meters, but it holds 49,000 litres. So, you know, you have a bit of a combination on the go. The next one we got here is the PW121. So this is really a hybrid of it all. So this has got a 12,200 litre tank, 200 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 1,500 metre pumping ability on the hoses, 116 grand to buy. You then got an option for the back. So you got platform, standard. Platform or standard, you pick whichever one. You then got the usual shenanigans with wheel bands and the tyres. You come down to capacity, so you've got 12,200 on the liquid manure, or 3,200 liquid manure and 9,000 litres on the water, although you want to put liquid manure down. All right, fair enough. Then we come down to reel, so you've got standard, reel 1, you can put a reel on the back of this, that's all right. Compressor, oh, clear your hoses out after a day's work. Reel and compressor, so that's an all-in-one job, that is. Oh, that's all right. Or back to standard. Oh, I like that. All-in-one job. Then we move on to the next part. So this is going to be your actual applicators. These are the ones that are going to go into the ground on the back of your tractor. So you've got the SP8040. So this requires 70 horsepower from your tractor, 8 meter working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 39,800 to buy as standard, although it's coming in with a 27 grand extra, which is that pipe on the side. So if we get rid of that, 39,800. You can go the SS, you have that tool there. And that is important. Really important, because that hooks up to the actual hoses itself. So we come out of that and we'll go into the HS5100, which is the tool carrier. So this is the previous one, just obviously without the part that goes into the ground. So you are going to need this on whichever one you use. So if you want to go for the all-in-one with the SP8040, we want to get the HS5100 on its own and use one of the next couple. That's entirely up to you. Because the next one is the SP1230. So this has got a 12 meter working width, 70 horsepower requirement for my tractor, 10 mile an hour working speed, 58.5 grand to buy, no options. But obviously this needs to be in combination with the HS5100. Now we move on to this one, the SP12260, 12 meter again, 80 horsepower requirement from your tractor, 9 mile an hour working speed, 75,800 by, obviously in combination with the tool carrier. And we'll go on to this one. Now this is a little bit different, obviously slightly smaller, 9 meter on the working width, 9 mile an hour working speed, 100 horsepower requirement from your tractor, but it's got a cultivator on it as well. So if you wanted to do 2 jobs in one pass, this could be the one for you. Obviously still needs that tool carrier, mind you, but still 2 jobs in one, that's all right. Then we'll come to the next one, a water pump. So obviously, if you want to clear your hoses out, you're going to need a bit of water for that. So you get one of these. It's a mobile water pump. Obviously, hook it all up, hook up to your compressor, and then jobs are good in. Obviously, clear your hoses out. And this also acts as a mobile water buying point, which is all right. Then we'll move on to the next one. You've got the PSS MEL4 5.5550. So this is part of the BGA, to be fair, because this is a mobile separator. Obviously you get into it and you open the legs up and it goes up and then it drops the stuff out. So that's more along that sort of lines. But if you want to do it in the field, that's what this one's for, which is all right indeed. Then we'll come across to the hoses itself. These can be normally found in pallets if you wanted to. So we come into there, and this is where it all links back to your pumps. Depending on how far your pump will pump, depends on how much hose you get. So you can buy it in 100, 200, 300, 400 and 500 meter capacity. So obviously you add it up. I mean, you got one that's like 1.5 kilometers long. You can either have 15 100 meter hoses, or that would be a lot, 15 100 meter hoses, or you could have 3 500 meter hoses. You go for whichever one you want. And then you can also put the main color to any one of those. If you want to differentiate between that, you could have the orange one as the 500, and then you could have the yellow one as a 400, for instance, that sort of thing. And then we'll come across to the wrench. So you're going to need this to hook up all the hoses together. So if you've got a few different ones, you're doing a bit of a long run, you're going to need this to lift the hoses around, which is ace. So what do we do once we bought all the stuff? So if I go and buy all this stuff again, we'll get it all hooked up. So there's a specific sequence that we need to do. Right, so first off, we're going to need to go and buy some stuff. So we'll go in and we'll go and buy the hose reel. So we'll buy that. Yes, thank you very much. We're then going to need to buy that tool carrier if we wanted to go down that route. So we'll buy that. Yes. Okay, then we're going to want a part that goes on the back. So we're going to go for the 12 meter one. We'll go for that one. Yes. Okay, jobs are good. So what you need to do with that, start your engine first, obviously. We'll come around the back like that. You hook the hose reel up to the front like that. There we are. You then hook the tool carrier up first. We'll just reverse back into that one like so. And what you want to do now is make sure, obviously it's highlighted at the top, you are on the back one. Then do L, B and A, unfold it. Now this is important because obviously once that's folded down, you then need to reverse that into the actual implement itself. If you don't fold that down, it won't attach properly. So we'll just do that, fold that in, jobs are good in. And obviously for transportation, we're going to do, make sure that right one's highlighted. There we are. Do it, L, B and A, fold tool carrier. And then once that folds up, you're all ready to go down the road. And then obviously we need to get some hoses. So if we go back into there and we'll go into the hose section, there we are. So we'll go for a capacity of 200 meters and we'll get a yellow one. Yes, we'll buy that. And then we'll then go back into it and we'll get a red one the same. There we are. Jobs are good. So all you do with this is you just reverse back and then just drive up to it slowly. You don't want to crash into it, mind you. I've got to have the front one highlighted. Ah, there we are. Make sure you got the hose all highlighted. Then just do left stick in and it's on. Now it shows in the bottom right hand corner there we've got 200 meters of hose. And we just do the same on the yellow one. And we're all ready to go on this tractor. Fair enough. Right, so for the second version, we're going to go back in there. We're going to buy the compressor on the front of that. Yes. And then we're going to go and buy this pump tank. Just like that. Fair enough. Then all we need to do with that is then start the engine up, obviously. Hook up the compressor to the front of your tractor. And then the trailer on the back. Obviously, you're going to need to fill it up. So you're going to need to put some water in this and also some digestate. So that's what I'm going to go do. And I'll see you back at the field. Right, so we've got everything set up. So the next thing that you need to do is unroll this hose. So make sure that you're highlighted on the front one, like that. Then do LB, and you've got up on the D-pad, change to unwinding or change to winding. So we want it like that. So you're now unwinding. Then we do LB and down on D-pad. So it says start unwinding, like that. And all you do is just reverse back. Reverse back all the way till you've got that hose unwound. There you are. So that's that done. And obviously we want to do the second reel as well. So if we do the same again, LB and down on the D-pad, start unwinding, and we'll just reverse back like that. Do exactly the same. Just unwind it. And jobs are good. So once we've got that unwound, we now need to highlight the actual tool carrier itself. Then do LB and A, unfold the tool carrier. We'll then spin it around like that. Then we'll reverse back and we'll hook that up to the end of the pipe like that. LB and Y. So that's all now hooked up. But also we need to connect the other ones. So we're going to go all the way down to the middle connection. And we're going to get our wrench out, because obviously we're going to need that. Although it does slow you down on running, mind you, when you got it out. So fair enough. So what we'll do, come over here like that. Press B, pick it up, drop it down, and attach them. Jobs are good. Then also we need to connect it to the other end. So we'll put it away so we can run a bit quicker. Need to hook it up to that pump that's on that trailer at the back. So with this, get it out again, pick it up, pull it over there like that, and just drop it there. Then what you need to do is go into the vehicle. You then get the option there, LB and Y, attach the hose. So we're now all hooked up, which is ace. So make sure we're on the back one. Obviously we've got to have the container on the ground. Like I said, we can't lower it while it's attached. Oh, that's alright. Let's detach the hose. Detach the hose, then lower it down. Ah, there we are. Now attach it. Now we get the option there, turn on compressor. Right, so that's going. That's now running. So we're going to run up the length for this field. Do you know what? I'm just going to tab to it. It's a lot easier. So now what we want to do is unfold the actual implement on the back. There we are. It's going to went a bit round the wrong way there. So we'll do, make sure we're on the right one. LB and A, unfold it like that. And then if we go back to the actual tool carrier, because once that's unfolded, we need to be on there for the next bit. Well, that's how I found it anyway. So once it's already like that, you then do LB and B, lower tool for application. So that lowers it down. And away you go. Oh, that is ace. Oh, brilliant. You have got the option to turn on double application if you wanted to. Right on the D-pad and LB. Entirely up to you. Well, I think I had it on double already. That's probably why it's so slow. There you are. Using the pumps and hoses to spread stuff around this field. That is ace. Oh, I do like that. Very nice. Alright, now once you've done that, obviously we'll lift it all up. And then we'll fold it up as well. Because there's another little thing. No, don't want to do that. Fold it up. Fold. There we are. That's better. So if we go on to the actual tool carrier itself, we'll then do unfold. No, then do detach umbilical cord. That's better. We'll then fold that up, because we spin it around. We're going to reel it back up, which is ace. Obviously we do need to unattach those two pipes there, so we'll go out and unattach these two. Get me wrench out. There you are. Right, so we've unattached them. No, there you are. That's better. So now they're unattached. So now we can reel it back up. So we get back into this tractor. We'll make sure the front one is highlighted like that. And we'll come up to it. There we are. So we attach that LB and Y. And we'll make sure that it's on winding. So we'll do LB and up on the D-pad like that. Then we've got LB and D on the D-pad. Start winding. Oh, that is ace. I do like that. It just reels it all in. That is brilliant. Obviously once that's gone on, you then go up to the next one and then just reel that in as well. That, for me, that's probably the best thing of this pack. Just reeling the hose in like that. That is brilliant. Love it. Now also, whilst we still got this yellow one attached to the pump down here, you can clean it out. So what we're going to do, we're going to jump in here like that. There we are. Right, so we're going to make sure that the front one is highlighted. Then we're going to go LB and A, clean umbilical hose. Not enough pressure, please turn on compressor. Alright then, so we'll turn on compressor and then clean it. Not enough pressure, turn on compressor. Oh, till it's fully built up. Right, so we've got to wait. Dear oh dear. It says there as well, umbilical hose clogged by 0%. So it's even going to tell you when it needs to be cleaned. Oh, that's ace. Right, have we got enough pressure? LB and A. Oh, that is ace. Oh, I do like that. That is very nice. What you can also do as well, rather than actually having a tank like we had on the field, if you're close enough to your actual silo, you can just pull up here, sort of, as long as you're close enough, you know, just to make sure that you are actually getting it. You can source your digestate straight out the tank, rather than having to fill up a tanker. Obviously, you know, you're not going to be wanting to drag hoses all the way over roads and all that sort of thing, but yeah, take it straight out your silo. Oh, that's alright. Very nice. Right, so that's your pumps and hoses. So let's just go and hook up this last one, mind you. Don't leave that hose out in the field. There you are. Start winding up. Just hook it up. Obviously make sure that it is all unattached at both ends. And then it just rolls back on. Oh, that is ace. Love it. Right, so that's your pumps and hoses DLC. Drop it in the comments below. Which your favourite part of it? We'll see what people are liking. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. It's muchly appreciated. But for me, that's it for today. And I'll see you in the next one.